Excel has a vast library of built-in functions, and with the help of the functions we can do a different kinds of calculations. So in this video we are going to show you how we can insert a function in MS Excel. Now look at this table that has been created for different types of companies there, and the number of trip books by that individual company for different year span is given also here. So first function that we're gonna do, we want to calculate the total number of trips that has been provided by each and individual companies. Now we're gonna calculate the average number of trips that has been provided by the individual company. So let's start with this one. Now how we can insert function in MS Excel. So basically, to insert function in MS Excel, just click on the formulas tab, click on the insert function option. A dialog box will appear. Insert function dialog box will appear. Now here there is a list of functions you can see. So from this list of function you have to select the respective function that you want to insert inside this worksheet. So I want to calculate the sum, the total number of trips that has been provided by each and individual company. So I'm selecting this one, sum, and click on the OK button. So again a dialog box will appear for selecting the range. It was asking for the range. So here I have to select the range. The range is basically from C5 to F5, E5. The range is from C5 to E5 to calculate the total. And now hit the enter button from the keyboard. So this is how we can insert and calculate a function in MS Excel. Now bring the mouse pointer at the bottom right corner, and if I select the left mouse button and drag it downwards, you know, due to the reference due to the relative cell referencing, as we know the properties of relative cell referencing, so the formula is getting copied automatically. Now we have to calculate the average trip made by each and every company. So in that case, an inbuilt function average is already exist in the built-in functions in MS Excel. So we have to click on the insert function. So here we can see that the average function is already exist here, and we can insert, click on OK and insert in this way. But there is another way to insert the functions in MS Excel, that we want to calculate the average function. So the average function is exist in the function library. You can see the function library here. Each and every function is categorized into different categories. So the function, average function, actually exists in the statistical group. So here this one is the statistical. So inside the statistical there is a lots of function available here, and inside the statistical also this average function belongs to the statistical group that exists in the function library. So click on that average function, and again it asking for selecting the range. So here we can select the range, so from C5 to E5, and click on the OK button. So this is the average trip made by each and every company. And again if I click it to downwards, drag it to downwards like this, so this is the average function made by each and every company. Due to relative cell referencing, the formula has been copied automatically. Our next function is to calculate the maximum number of trips and the minimum number of trips. So in this data range, I want to calculate the maximum number of trips that has been made. Similarly, the minimum number of trips that has been made by the companies. So there is a function called max is there. So if you know the function, you have to just type it, the function max. This one is the function, and inside the bracket you have to select the data range. So I'm selecting the data range and closing the bracket here like this, and hit the enter button from the keyboard. So this is the maximum value, this is the maximum tree, this one, among all the data ranges. Similarly, we can calculate the minimum value that is available. It displays the minimum value in the given range. The function name is min, min, and again we have to select the data range. These functions are also available in this dialog box in insert function option and also in the function library, and hit the enter button. So this is the minimum trip here, this one. So this is the minimum trip and this one is the maximum trip that has been made. So there exist other functions also. First one, which is count. This function is used to count the numeric data that are available inside in a range. So let's assume this range. So here the numeric data are available and as well as the non-numeric data are also available. So let's see how this function works. So writing this one count, now we have to select the range, we have to select the cell range. So selecting the cell range here, now hit the enter button from the keyboard. So this is our result 15, as 20 data are exist including numeric and non-numeric data, and we have 15 numeric data and 5 non-numeric data. So for this reason this count function displays only the non-numeric data only. It displays only the numeric data. Next function, which is count A. This function is basically used to count the number of entries in a cell range excluding the blank cell. So count A. Now I'm selecting the cell range. So it displays 20 as the cell range that I have selected. This one, we have 20 data available. Now there are no blank cell are available in this range. Now I'm just changing this formula and changing the cell range. So I have included here this 4 range also, these 4 cells that I have included in this range. Now definitely it will display 20. This is because I have selected the range included these 4 cells and these 4 cells are empty cells. So the count a function obviously exclude the empty cells and returns the number of cells that has numeric as well as non-numeric data. Next function, today. The function today is used to display the current date, and the function now is used to display current date as well as current time, and obviously the time shows in the 24 hours format. Our next function is round. The function round is used to round off a specified number to a specific number of digits. Now The round function is a mathematical function, so we can find it here. This one round function. So here the number I have to input. So suppose I'm giving the number 12.4523, and in the next case the number of digits, it is the number of digits to which we want to round off after the decimal point, obviously. So I'm giving the 2 value. Now hit the OK button, click on the OK button or hit the enter button from the keyboard. This is our result. So this was our input 4523, which has been rounded off up to 2 decimal places to give the output as 12.45. So these are basic functions used in MS Excel for doing any type of operations. So if you like the video, then hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell icon for regular updates.